Just wow, this is a crazy breaking case not too far from my home. This one, I'm embarrassed to say that it happened in my good old home state of Oklahoma. This case involves some rough, inbred lovemaking. So rough it ends in a murder. This is when you know you love your sister just a little too much. Well, welcome to the Murder She Shed. This is the place you hear true crime, sometimes weird like today, but nonetheless true crime, right from my Murder She Shed. We honor the dead. Come and join us, hit the subscribe button, you know the drill. Subscribe, like, and comment, all that fun stuff. And let's just get right on started into these cases today. They may blow your ever-loving mind. All right, here we go. So you know what I'm going to say. Viewer discretion is advised, because this is some weird stuff in here, okay? That's all I'm saying. Just don't watch if you don't want to hear some weird freaking stuff, okay? Everything we discuss in this case is alleged until this case does go to court. All suspects are innocent right now. This case occurred in Del City, Oklahoma. 27-year-old CODY GARDE had been, I would say, essaying since she was a minor when it began his biological sister, 18-year-old Heather GARDE, for years. And the whole family actually knew about it. I have heard rumors that the whole family was into incest, but do not know that for a fact. The grandfather was supposedly essaying Heather too. Us Okies like to gossip, so I can't say it's the gospel truth. But usually incest is passed down in the family, so I wouldn't doubt this accusation. CODY was very controlling of his sister Heather and made her wear revealing clothes and dark makeup. Then on Saturday, August 12th, 2023, CODY and his sister Heather were in the middle bedroom of their home located at 4323 Southeast 43rd Street, Del City, Oklahoma. They were in the bedroom taking drugs and drinking alcohol, also partaking in incest activities multiple times throughout the evening. CODY stated in the affidavit that they liked it aggressive and rough. Also stated these activities and drugs had gone on for several days. They both fell asleep at some point, and when CODY woke up, he had a bad headache caused by a hangover. Can't imagine why. So he walked to the liquor store to get more alcohol. After this, the sex marathon continued until sometime around 3 in the morning. Then his brother knocked on his door and told them they were a little too loud. Okay, that blew my mind. What did he say? Hey, little bro and sis, you're banging way too loud, so can you please keep it down? I don't know. What in the Sam Hill? Your brother and sister's having sex, and you say it like you just say, keep it down. That is pretty sad that your family is so messed up that you don't even know they are messed up because your head is so messed up. I'm not sure if any of that made any sense. I'm just saying that this case, well, it's disturbing. And if you're just okay with your brother and sister in there in the room having some rough-o sex, then your family's probably pretty messed up. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. So this is when CODY decided to take the fun to the school playground, because in his drug-fueled brain, he thought that sounded like a great idea. Once there, CODY injected Heather with meth in the private area. Down there. Like you have your whole body you could inject. Why the heck are you injecting in there? I don't even think I want to know why. I'm too innocent for this. I don't even want to know why. But you know, that just makes me cringe because that would be so painful. Why? In God's name. Not even in Satan's name. Would you even do that? Holy cow. I don't know what this world's coming to. But anyway, he injected her down there in the private area. Then they continued the acrobatics that apparently involved a dog leash and dog collar. Because why not? Let's make this case a little weirder. CODY said Heather asked her to hit him. According to CODY, he didn't want to. Although I'm calling bullpucky on that one, I believe he enjoyed hitting her because a man that didn't like it wouldn't beat their sister to death or anybody to death. Sister, partner, whoever. Like, you got to like hitting if the person ends up dead, right? That's my theory. CODY then proceeded to hit Heather multiple times in the face and stomach. He also claimed he did not know that he was hurting her. But in the same sentence, said he had to carry her home. And he thought she probably had a brain injury, he said to cops. After bringing her home, he laid her in bed, put an ice pack on her face, and fell fast asleep. Because he was relaxed now, after he beat somebody to death. By the time Heather's mother woke up the next morning, she found her daughter unconscious in her bed, bruised up. Family members then rushed Heather to the Oklahoma Heart Hospital, but by the time they arrived, she had passed away. She had really plain to see observable trauma to her head, face, and body, bruising and swelling everywhere. The whole family was taken in for questioning. Police said they found several items described by CODY GARDE in the school's playground area, including 2 syringes, shoes, socks, dog leash, and a dog collar. CODY GARDE was booked into the Oklahoma County Jail Tuesday on a complaint of incest and second-degree murder. This is definitely not CODY's first time in trouble with the law, though. On June 1st, prosecutors dropped a felony second-degree burglary case against him due to uncooperative witnesses. After the June 1st dismissal, a hearing in a September 18, 2023 case for DUI and driving with an open beer container was pushed back to August 16th. Court notes indicated that the defendant was considering a plea deal, of course. A separate misdemeanor case of malicious injury or destruction of property less than $1,000 was filed on March 14th. That case was also pushed back to August 16th. If these cases hadn't been pushed back, if he just went straight to jail, Heather would still be alive. But no. The elementary school playground the syringes were found in had just posted on Facebook the day before. Our officers had a great time welcoming kids back to school this week and making sure they arrived safely. Oh my, maybe they should check the playground more often. Dear God. Syringes on the playground. Sadly, Heather was probably abused by her whole family all of her life and now has paid a deadly cost because of the monsters that she had in her life. Rest in peace, Heather. Just sad. It's just sad that she was such a victim, probably from a very young age. The SA probably started occurring at a very young age, passed down from generation to generation. And I will give you more details of this case as soon as I learn it. But I'm not done because I want to talk about a second case that occurred in Oklahoma, and it was about incest too. It just happened a few years before that, and I thought, hey, I'm squeezing that one in there. It's because, I already made Oklahoma look bad. I might as well dog my state one more time before I quit. Misty Spann and her 2 brothers were raised by a grandparent after Patricia Spann, their biological mother, lost custody of them, although I'm unsure why she did. After her son became 18, she decided to marry him. Yes, I said marry him. So in 2008, when she was 35 and he was 18, got married. The marriage only lasted 2 years, and once her son Jody found out she was actually his bio mom, because when she entered their life, no one said, hey, this is your mom. This was your mom. Instead, I don't know how they were introduced, but apparently the children did not know that that was their mom. But mom knew. Mom good and well knew. She knew she married her son. Jody had the marriage annulled after he found out, and no charges were filed. Well, you would think that this would be the end of this story. But nope, in 2016, she decided to marry her 25-year-old bio daughter, Misty, and Misty knew she was her bio mom. In 2014, when they were reunited, they just hit it off, and the relationship quickly escalated. Because Patricia was not listed on her children's birth certificate, she was able to actually marry her daughter in 2016 under the name Patricia Ann Clayton in Duncan, Oklahoma, no less. Spann's 3rd child, CODY, claims his mother also tried to pressure him into an intrafamilial relationship. Patricia went to great lengths to convince Misty that, well, the union was legal. reassuring Misty that she had looked into the laws and consulted several lawyers about it, and because her name wasn't on the birth certificate, it was legal. Mother and daughter could get married. I can't believe I freaking just said that. But what does this world come to when a mother and daughter get married? I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know anymore. In August 2016, DHS was investigating, I guess, some kind of other occurrence that happened at the home when they intentionally discovered the marriage between Misty and her mother. At 26, Misty Dawn Spann initially pled guilty to charges of being involved in an interfamiliar marriage. But after her September 2016 arrest, she filed for an annulment, citing that Patricia had fraudulently obtained her consent to wed. Because the court is suspicious that Patricia actually pressured Misty into the marriage, Misty only faced 10 years of probation. She was never jailed. She received a deferred sentence in her plea deal. Misty must return to court in 10 years to reassess the status of her case before the probation is dropped, and will face jail time if she violates the terms of her probation, which assuming it means being with her mother. I'm sure that's one of the things she cannot do. I hope. As far as her mother goes, Patricia pled guilty to felony incest, and she was sentenced to 2 years in prison, so she got a little jail time and 8 years of probation. Upon her release, she'll have to register as a sex offender. What would possess a mother not only to marry one of her children, but two, and then attempt to wed a third? What kind of weird, sick mind would that actually take? I don't even know. I can't explain what happened to Oklahoma. Or the rest of the world. We're all a little sick. Sorry, Oklahoma, I had to dog you like that. This third thing I want to talk about actually is not related to incest. Thank God. You're like, thank God this isn't a case about incest. But it's kind of a weird, sick thing that just came up. Georgia, you're on my mind right now because it's your turn to get this weird case stuff going on. Have you heard about the Georgia man who picked up a hitchhiker and smelled the most awful, ungodly smell after the man entered his vehicle? The smell was a human head in the hitchhiker's bag. First of all, have you seen the hitchhiker? There's no way I'm picking a guy up that looks like that. Hell would have to freeze over first. Russell Jimmerson claimed that he was picking up his paycheck on Tuesday when he happened to pass this hitchhiker. He saw him walking, and he's a good dude, and he helps everybody, he said. Sorry, but I must not be very kind or listen to true crime too much because I am passing your butt, especially if you look as wild as that guy did. This hitchhiker looked too much like that crazy dude on Dr. Phil who killed his mother and then smirked about it. If I even did pull over, as soon as I saw the guy, I would be like, nah, dude, you look like you need to be talking to Dr. Phil. You're not getting in my car. The hitchhiker, who we now know as Keegan Phillips, told Jimmerson he had been up all night walking. Your butt would keep on walking if it had been me. Your smelly butt would not get in my car. But to each their own, he let him in his car. Even his friends thought he was crazy. It's like, dude, you really picked him up? I know us southern folks are friendly, but come on, man. Come on, no, that's a little too friendly. Just let the guy keep on walking. Apparently, he had murdered 22-year-old Angela Ledford, or Angie, as family and friends call her, from Clayton, Georgia. She has one daughter and worked at Wingding as a cashier. She had been missing for 13 days before her body was found in a shallow grave. Deputies then arrested 23-year-old Keegan Phillips, a hitchhiker, on Tuesday, August 8th, after an intense manhunt in the Gillsville community in Hall County. And then he was accused of murder. And his freaking boss, 62-year-old Robert Peppers, reportedly turned himself into authorities. Investigators then charged him with concealing a death and abandonment of a dead body. Phillips actually worked for this Peppers guy at a tree cutting service, Bob's Local Tree Service, and lived with him at a rundown residence with no electricity or power. Don't hire Bob to cut your trees down. Bob might just bury you under a tree. This trash-filled property is where Angie's body was found in that shallow grave. Authorities have not been releasing much info about this case at all. So it is not known right now how Angie was connected or came in contact with these two men. I know they're not releasing much info, but I know Oklahomans like to gossip and people from Georgia do too. No different state, but no different in the gossip. You people need to let me know because inquiring minds want to know how these people knew each other. Why was Angie linked to these two men? Somebody out there knows. Drop a comment below and let me know what's going on in this case because it is extremely crazy. I can't figure out, but I'm also thinking they might have found another body on that property too, or somewhere around there because I heard rumors that they found a dead man. I don't know if this is true at all, but I want to know how this case is all linked together and what's going on here and why his freaking boss would help him in this. Just a really weird case. And please, Jimmerson, please don't be going and picking up any more hitchhikers. I hope you learned a lesson, bud. Not everybody's truly, kind out there. There is some evil people out there, so please be more careful when you pick someone up. I hope all victims in my cases today do find justice. Rest in peace, sweet Angie, and also Heather. Since all these cases were so short, I decided to link them together. Hope you don't mind. Well, guys, I'm almost done rebuilding my garden pond that was ripped out by that tornado. Here is a picture. I'm just still have to build a bridge over it. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to build a little bridge. I have a little koi in there. Then I just bought them. They're really little. And I'll build this bridge where I can walk over it and feed them. I think it'll be cute. Before I didn't have a bridge, I'm going to add the bridge this time. And also, my house that was destroyed by a tornado, I told y'all I'd show you some pictures of how it's coming along, and here are the pictures. So excited, I can't wait to quit living in our shop. I'm tired of living in it. I mean, it's better than nothing. At least we had the shop. And we still had the she shed. Other than it tore out my garden pond in the front and my she shed and my sidewalk, I'm having to rebuild that. But at least I still had the actual building. I'm glad I still had a murder she shed because I don't know where I would have filmed for y'all guys because that shop is ugly and I don't want to be in there and filming. But oh yeah, I'm going to end in some bloopers and let you see some of the mix. I love y'all and hope y'all have a blessed week. This is going to be a long video, so go with me, God, go with me. We're going to sweat like a mother trucker, like a 2-cent whore in church. We're just going to sweat. What's up with my lipstick? Why don't somebody tell me my lipstick was like that whole freaking time? Okay, I'm definitely not Bailey Sarian. Her makeup would be perfect. Mine's not, ever. I'm just here, I'm put together, just barely. I'm me, and I can be no one else. So, if you don't like me, hit the road, Jack. Hell would have to freeze over first before I pick that dude up. No way, nope, no way. So you Georgia people better let the gossip out. I know y'all gossip like Oklahoma, so be letting that out. My husband's having a he shed. I guess you call that. I shouldn't call him that. He's going to get mad. But he's going to have a top floor that he can do whatever he wants to in there. I don't want to know what he's going to do up there. That's his thing. That's his business. If he's like a serial killer, keep that stuff upstairs. No, I'm joking. He's not a serial killer. I know that. He's less a serial killer than I would be. And I can't even hardly kill anything. So, besides a bug. And snakes. I hate snakes. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. But, yeah, you know how my ADD brain works. It's kind of random. But, keep unplugging my mic. Oh, good thing. Okay, let's come over here, Bubba. Let's come over here. Out of the way. My dogs will cooperate. I got both of them in here today. Like I said, the sound's going to be kind of messed up today. Oh, Mom. Say bye to them, Simon. Say bye. Say bye, Max. We love y'all, and we hope y'all have a blessed week.